Hey everybody, welcome back to Schoolwork in Progress. I'm Emily, homeschool mom to two, and today we're going to talk about our biggest work in progress yet, our homeschool space, our entire house. Huge work in progress. Let me explain. Before I take you to look at it, this is my husband's childhood home. It's a mid-1800s farmhouse, and after his mom passed away last year, we decided to move in. It is on family land and next to the family farm with no neighbors. Because on the other side is state-owned protected land. So here we are. It was a complete disaster when we moved in. Complete disaster. It's been, did I already say this? It's been just about a year since we actually moved in, the end of last August. And prior to moving in, my husband and his brothers gutted this entire upstairs, more than just down to the studs. We got rid of those. We got rid of the subfloor. We got rid of everything. It was not livable. And so we all stuffed into the downstairs, my husband and I sleeping in the living room for 6.5 months before it was finished. So now the upstairs is done, it's beautiful, and our homeschool space, not so much. So I will take you on a tour of what will be the space and then what area we are using currently in our eat-in kitchen, and show you kind of how I'm organizing and making things work there until we have our room done. So here is the schoolroom in all of her glory. I am told that this was a dining room before the kitchen was added on to, and now has space to be an eat-in kitchen. So this was a dining room, but now it's really just an awkward pass-through in the middle of the house. The front door is here, and our living room is through there. Here is a bathroom, and then the stairs to go up. That is the only finished space in the house, and she's beautiful. But the rest, well, here it is. So let me give you an idea of what we will do, and then we'll go look at what we're actually using for this year. This is a closet, a big walk-in closet. It's really the only one we have in the house, aside from a small linen closet I added upstairs. So you'll see a lot of stuff stacked in various places that will live in here, but this has been gutted. Actually, let's take a look. This is the new door for this closet. Shockingly, I don't love this rough wood. But here is this, and yes, it has 3 windows. Not really sure why. It's a little too small to be a room, but will make a great walk-in closet. So these 3 windows are going to go away when we put siding on the house in a few weeks. This is the door for that room. Isn't she lovely? It matches the doors that I bought for upstairs. Simple, white, beautiful. Okay. So currently we have 2 desks for my kids. They do like to be able to sit there and do projects. And these 2 Billy bookcases and 1 for storybooks. This is what the whole room looked like before, with this awful rough cut wood, and this texture was everywhere. So this beautiful window that I just had put in, there were 2 small windows here that I got rid of for this one large in the center. I can't afford to do built-ins right now, so we'll do 3 Billy bookcases on either side, 2 of the large ones and then the skinny one in the middle, and we'll do that in both places. And that will store all of our stuff, all of our books and all of our materials, and I'll show that, of course, when it's done. As of right now, we still are waiting on electricians. I want to put some ceiling lights in, and we need to run new wiring for outlets. Then we can do some insulation and some sheetrock. But for now, this is what I've got. Help, send help. All right, the kitchen is actually in pretty good shape. Yes, it has lovely red-orange carpets. It has lovely red-orange counters that coordinated beautifully with the orange carpet in the room that is going to be our schoolroom. These are primed. I'm going to be painting them, and then I'm planning to also paint the counters, so we'll see how that works out. There's a lot of stuff sitting around, including these glass bottles, in preparation for a Harry Potter birthday party that's coming up in a little bit. But here is our current space. You can see I'm in the process of still painting brick. And I started priming these doors, and then I realized that it was stupid and I needed a sprayer to paint them, which I now have, but I haven't taken them off to do it. Here's more Harry Potter party goodness. I'm excited. So in this space, this is what I mean about all the things stacked up that need to go in that closet. It's just, you guys, it's everywhere. I'm really looking forward to having the entire house be usable. I don't need it to be perfect or beautiful and finished, but usable would be great. This is our pantry space for all of our food storage. This is currently holding a lot of homeschool stuff, so that's what I'm going to show you today. I'll do an up-close look in a minute, but in this corner next to our cat tree is a cart for all of my things, and then our art cart. And this is partially kitchen closet, partially homeschool. At the end of last school year, I had started to transfer things thinking that our schoolroom would be done. And now I'm transitioning it back because it is clearly not done. So there's obviously some kitchen appliances and things that we don't use regularly, but let me show you what's on our shelves. This magazine file folder type rack I put in here last year, and we used a folder system so my kids didn't have to go through each workbook. We had even less space because my husband and I were sleeping in that schoolroom that was the living room. We were sleeping in there. It was also our living room space with the TV and the couch and everything else. So we were very tight on space. So this year it stores some things that we don't need all the time. Binders for our co-op science class. These are some of the Lit House learning literature studies that we have not started. Grid paper for math, and then some notebooks and sketch pads because we have a budding artist in the family. These are things that I want to stay in here even when we have our school space because we use them at the table. So
the messy art supplies, paint and games we pull out to use at the table all the time. I put back in here paper to have access to, these caddies that we can pull out. They were like the shower caddies from the Target dollar spot, and have all of our markers, our colored pencils, scissors, the usuals. These are temper paint sticks. If you haven't used them, oh my goodness, get them to try. This is just a placemat from the dollar store that I got for my daughter to use when she is using clay, because it was proving very hard to wash off of the table. These are liquid watercolors. I of course got the giant set because of course I did. I needed them. But I don't know where they're going to live yet. A bag we often take to the library or pack up for co-op. And then this is something I can roll right out. Behind that cart is the rest of our games and some puzzles. Our art paper, clay, a few more things I'm not sure if I'm ready to get rid of or not, and random supplies stuffed in there until we get a little bit more settled. Obviously, I am loving carts for our small space solution. I like that this one can roll away into the closet when we don't need it, and can easily pull it out during the day to do our school. So on top, I have all of their student books, their workbooks, 2 for each of them. And we've got their earth science, their essentials workbook, math, essentials in writing, cursive, and then all of each of their looped workbooks, including kitten math. If you have not used this, it's delightful. It's absolutely wonderful. Our School Nest grade level book, and then all of the workbooks. These are the spiral notebooks that I got to be their daily to-do list or planner. I did print out, let me show you. I did print out a daily list. So this is going to be our first day. They have their daily household things that they need to do. And then I typed out, these are my daughter's assignments. The T is for together. So I told them if they don't know what this means, MCT, practice sentence 1, that's okay. We're doing it together and they'll get the hang of it. And then they can just check it off or highlight it when they're done. But these are all the things I want to do on our first day, including our first day pictures and an all about me page to put in their grade level book. So, same for my son. Everybody has all of their workbooks. On the second level, I did label it because sometimes when things, when the smaller bins are down inside, you can't see what's in there. We have a whole bin of various fidgets. They are often used in our house, especially during read aloud times. We have our, and then the rest is just math manipulatives. These are fraction circles, and then unit cubes, 10 rods, 100 flats, things like that. And as I mentioned, I have a budding artist, so there are lots of doodles and sketches and paintings and all of the papers. If I tried to go through them every day, it would drive me nuts. And if she had to make a decision about which ones to keep every day, that would drive her nuts. So I leave this bottom part open and I throw every single piece of paper in here when I find it. And then when it's full, I'll sit with her and ask her, is it a thumbs up or a thumbs down? And if it's a thumbs up, she wants to keep it, maybe take a picture of it. And if it's a thumbs down, it's something that we can recycle immediately. And since she's removed enough from having made it, it helps filter through them pretty quickly. Okay, on our art cart, basic supplies, a globe, tape, a pencil sharpener, and these are the loop jars I showed you in our planning video. And then, yes, I labeled them. I'm a little bit crazy, but it helps everyone know where to find things when they need them and where to put things away when they're done. So we've had this, I think I got this from Amazon. I really liked that it had some deeper drawers and the more narrow drawers. And we've had this for years. And I've taken the labels off and relabeled them several times to make them fit what we need. And it's been perfect. So if you want a quick look at what we have in these drawers, we have coloring supplies. These are either larger containers or things we don't use regularly because I have the caddies in the closet. But crayons, this is also loose crayons. And then these containers that have oil pastels, Sharpies, I don't even know what else. Oh, gel crayons and gel sticks, and construction paper crayons. These are awesome. This we call our bits and baubles drawer. It holds all of the random bits and baubles. My daughter will often pull out a hot glue gun and a piece of cardboard and go to town with these. Eyes, buttons, random bits, ribbon, straws, anything you might need for a random day of creating. All of our clay tools and Play-Doh are in here. Perler beads got their own drawer just so they would be accessible to the kids. It usually lives on the big bookshelf next to their desks, but adjustments were made. Jelly plates. If you have never used these, I learned about these in our Glitter Bombers art curriculum. They are so fun. It's these, let me see if I can open and show you. Although we should do an art video. It's these clear, rubbery, very squishy plates. And you put paint on them. And I keep just a few, not a ton, things that we can press into the paint to make different textures, patterns, and do some printing on paper to make different printed papers for collage or, oh goodness, what did we use them for last year? I think we used them to make Christmas cards for some friends. So that's a lot of fun. And on this side, this one I mostly just emptied because I moved most of them into here, but I have just our chalk pastels in here for now because they wouldn't fit. So we'll see what happens with these. Sculpey and some Sculpey creations that have yet to be baked. Any reusable scrap paper, something that's big enough to sketch on again. Notepads and stickers. And a random activity book. Coloring books. We don't have a ton. Actually, this is for making things with the Sculpey clay. Okay, so there's more than just coloring books in here. There's also these, I don't know where I found this, but they're just ornaments that you can color and then cut out. And they're really beautiful. And then some coloring books if anyone wants to give those a try. Our watercolor paints, there's a set for each of us. A bracelet loom with the rubber bands that hasn't been a big hit yet, but I think there was some fine motor difficulties. a drawer for all of our paper punches and scissors that make the cool patterns. Paper marbling supplies. I don't even remember what's in there. Oh, for shaving cream marbling. That's another super fun project. Maybe that's what we used for our Christmas cards. I don't remember. Anyway, this is a squeegee that will make the process much easier. The first time we did it, I just used a scrap of cardboard to scrape off the shaving cream. But I found this at the dollar store, and I thought this might make the process much easier. And then this has some surprise things for that birthday party that's coming up that I didn't want my kids to see. All right, and here is my cart that still has lots of space. I haven't decided what I need on here yet. This cup holds all of the pens and markers and things that I like to use in my planner that my kids don't use, so I can actually find what I need when I need it. And then here are all of our teacher manuals. So building language, all of our Michael Clay Thompson stuff, essentials, more Michael Clay Thompson. Ooh, our rock and roll curriculum. I think this is some glitter bombers. Yes. My planner, our history notebook, because we do this together. If you watched my planning video, this amazing sticker book that I bought for myself because I'm a child. What else? Oh, my own reading journal and the binder where I put all of our U.S. history stuff. This has a few other class outline stuff. Oh, for our EIW schedule. This is something that I used last year to plan, and I don't think I'm going to use it again this year. The one for my daughter, so I can just easily go through and check off what's next. And then basically the table of contents from Science Mom Earth Science that we're doing this year, so I can know, just so I can plan ahead, so I can know, are we doing an art project next week? What pages do we need to do in our workbook? Things like that. What supplies do I need? All the schedules and things I made. So that's not really organized well yet, but I've been stuffing things in there so I can try to figure out our new system. This, I love. A friend made this for me years ago, and I keep all of my favorite highlighters and things in there. On the second shelf, I have our upcoming health books. Bin with Post-its, because that's the thing I always find myself wanting, whether it's a tiny one to make a note in my planner or a little flag to use as a bookmark. And back here is, I just bought an HP Sprocket printer. It's a little photo printer that I want to use to do a better job of memory keeping. I know it only makes little 2 by 3 inch photo stickers, but I figure that's better than nothing. And what I've been doing for the past 11 years that my children have been on the planet is nothing. So, progress. This is an empty basket that fits, and, well, I guess as the year progresses, maybe I'll see what else I want to have handy for me. On the bottom is the album, the journal that I bought to put the photos in, and this is my light therapy lamp because I live in the Arctic tundra, and that keeps me from wanting to jump off a bridge. So, that's it. I have a teacher cart, art cart, kids cart, and a closet that holds some more art supplies and games.
Hopefully you enjoyed that little look into the scary homeschool dungeon as it currently stands, and our little homeschool corner in the kitchen. If there's anything that was intriguing, that you want to take a closer look at, let me know in the comments and we can do that in another video. Or if there's anything else that you're interested in seeing, let me know that too. I am loving connecting with you all here. It's such a great community, and that's it. Like, subscribe, do all the things, because I love me some external validation. I'm not gonna lie, it's just true. So thanks so much, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.